Steph here, a senior recruiter at Plus One Personnel. It's 2020 and it feels like everybody is looking for work. The top question on most people's lips is, where do I start and what do I do? Today I want to cover the question, are cover letters necessary in this day and age, and do people actually read them? Let me tell you, not only do they read them, but it's documented that up to 49% of recruiters and HR professionals often use cover letters as a screening tool, and they can literally make or break your chances of gaining that all-important interview. Can you afford not to be recognised by 49% of the people reviewing your job application? Pretty sure the answer to that is no. Just last week, I called a candidate based purely on her cover letter. I hadn't even read her CV before picking up the phone to discuss her job application, because her cover letter told me everything I needed to know that her CV wouldn't have been able to. With many more people competing for job opportunities, it can be difficult to stand out from the crowds. But a little extra effort will ensure you're the one to secure the job. Taking time to write a good cover letter can make all the difference. It's your first introduction to the company. Whilst your CV is important, it's merely a list of skills and experience. A cover letter is the story behind the CV, the story of the real you. A good cover letter shows the recruiter or hiring manager that you're serious about your application, that you aren't just applying for hundreds of jobs a day because you need anything. It can be used to explain gaps in your career and also allows you to make up for any flaws in your CV. If well constructed, it shows you have spent time researching the company, that you understand what you are applying for and are passionate about the industry sector. It can also show your personality, something that is very difficult to convey in a CV, and it provides you the perfect opportunity to explain how you can add value to the company. So, how do you create this all-important cover letter? Let's start with the basics. Address it to the correct person and highlight the position you're applying for. I cannot tell you how many times I receive a cover letter that is clearly a copy and paste job, as it is applying for a role that I don't even have advertised. Unfortunately, from this point it's almost an instant no, as if you can't take the time to get these details correct, how seriously are you taking your application and how can you represent the business effectively? Do your research. What does the company do? Who are their competitors? Who are their target audience? What does the role involve and what skills are essential? Use this information to tailor your content specifically to this position, clearly showing how your skills and experience match what they're looking for and what else you bring with you to add value. For example, any soft skills you possess. Draw attention to your strengths and don't apologise for your weaknesses. Very few candidates meet 100% of any job spec requirements. The person in the role now probably didn't when they applied. So don't spend time apologising for applying when you don't possess a certain skill. Highlight the relevant skills you do possess. Use verbs to explain what you have achieved in your current role and back up what you are saying with real-life examples. It's important to use key words linked to the job description, such as results-driven, but back it up. What results have you achieved? If you were instrumental in a product launch and achieved XYZ in sales, explain what part you played. Make sure that your letter is easy to read, logical and to the point, and most importantly includes your contact details. There is nothing worse than having an amazing candidate and realising you can't call them to discuss their application. When clients want a quick turnaround, this can slow the process and could potentially mean you miss out on being part of a shortlist. Now for the don'ts. Please don't write down your entire life story. Cover letters should be to the point and relevant. It is not relevant that you've been married for 20 years, have 3 children you're incredibly proud of, and own a dog called Bruce. It also isn't a good idea to be overly personal. Remain professional and don't be derogative about previous employers. Don't overcomplicate your formatting or include spelling and grammatical errors. And finally, don't just copy pieces from your CV. This is a standalone piece of information that brings to life elements about you that your CV can't. Cover letters can be time consuming, but with the right amount of effort and individually tailored letters per application, you will secure the interview and be a step closer to achieving your goal of getting the job. I really hope you found this useful, and if you need any more advice or tips, please don't hesitate to contact us at Plus One Personnel.